Bill Sema.
And he actually did multiple companies, but he'll tell you about that. He also sometimes helps other people to create companies. It's actually part of his job, or fully his job. Roy exactly how he did them all, but you'll tell that also. So, but I would like to give a word first to Harro Boven. He's a member of the Student Venture Lab, and so he's still studying. But he's at the same time creating his own company, and he's going to tell you about his experiences in that and what kind of business it is, because it might be relevant for you.
All right, thank you very much, Art. Hi everybody, I'm Harro. I'm 23 years old since, well, I think 3 days ago or something. And, oh, shut up. No, seriously, shut up. So yeah, I studied international relations and a bit of economics, and then I sort of dropped out-ish of economics in order to found my own company. The company I was working on in Venture Lab, and it's called Movit Sport. Let's see if I can show that on the screen somehow. Is this one plugged in?
To internet with?
Well, to that.
Yeah, if you put it on the PowerPoint.
All right. No, it doesn't seem to be working. Can you? So yeah, it's a Movit Sport, and the idea at Movit Sport, we believe that sports make people happy. But unfortunately, it's often quite annoying to play sports. Often it's hard to find a court, or you don't have anyone to play with, or there's all kinds of thresholds standing in your way. And we wanted to fix that. I was in Barcelona alone, wanted to play tennis, couldn't, thought, hey, there should be an app for that. So then I decided to go make the app. And what I want to do with you today is explain a little bit about Movit Sport, about the company. Then I'll share three of the most important lessons I've learned in this trajectory so far. And then I hope there's room for one or two questions, maybe even three. So what do? The idea is we're going to make sports bookable online. So let's say you play, what sport do you play?
I just go to the gym.
You go to the gym.
Yeah.
Okay, you do fitness. And you're like, I want to try out some other gym. Or maybe you're in another town and you don't know it that well. So the idea is you get out the Movit Sport app, you simply select where you want to go. You say, I want to do fitness. Does it work already? No, it doesn't work already. You want to do fitness, and you want to do it in Amsterdam because you're in Amsterdam. And right away you see the available gyms. You pick one that has good reviews, for example, or one that you like, or one that's close to you. Book your ticket, and with the confirmation email, with a Google Maps link, you know where you have to be. You show the email at the counter, and off you go. No strings attached, no subscriptions, no bullshit. Simply, you pay €5 and you go to the gym. That's how it should work, right? So that's how we think it should work, and that's what we're working on. We've been live for 1 month now, and I say we, and with we I mean myself, my technical director, my marketing director, one other marketeer, and 4 freelance developers. So we've grown the team a little bit over these last few months. We even raised some capital, and right now we're in talks. Yes, that's it. Right now we're in talks to raise even more in order to expand to the entire Netherlands. Right now in Groningen you can book tennis courts. In Groningen you can book squash courts in Groningen too, and in the Starters Hall. And there's 1 gym and 2 following soon. So we're already making quite some progress. And right now, what I want you to do is get out your phone or whatever other device you have on here. Now go to your Facebook. Type in MOVIT space SPORT and hit the thumb. You would really help us a lot with this because we are looking for more reach, and we are trying to convince investors that we're a serious match and that we're a party to be reckoned with. And by just liking us, you will get us a great advantage. So please do it for me, for ours. Do it for ours. So, or because you want to play squash or tennis or fitness and you don't want a subscription and you don't want to pay too much money. For the internationals out there, there's PayPal too. Cool, right? Which brings me to my first piece of advice. Everybody like MOVIT space SPORT? Great. Brings me to my first piece of advice. Be shameless. If you want something, ask. I have dignity is something you say to yourself to avoid having to do things that give you that pesky feeling in your stomach. But there's really no point in saying that to yourself. What have you got to lose? I stood up here before you. What are you, 110 people? And I shamelessly begged you to like my Facebook page. I think some of you might have actually done it. I'm really happy because that got me likes that otherwise would have taken me a lot of effort to get. Maybe some of you will even become our customers. So please, just ask. And okay, maybe some of you think I'm a bit sad for doing this. Maybe some of you will even think I'm an asshole for doing this. But what does that change? Yeah, it makes me feel bad, but some of you like my page. Not everybody can like it, right? So if you want something, be shameless, ask, and get over that pesky feeling in your stomach. Because you are going to get, like, if you're trying to start a company, people are going to reject you. They're going to reject your ideas. They're going to tell you it's not working. And if you believe in your idea, or you want to try it with everything you got to get over that. So be shameless. Okay, second piece of advice. I think I don't have too long anymore. Second piece of advice. Let's see, we have to see like the booking thingy. That's what's important. It's so easy. Select your day. Show the results. Bookable time slots. Book one. Fill in your email, pay, and you're good to go. It's that easy. Second piece of advice. Don't let any advice that you get. You're going to get advice from a lot of people if you talk to it. If you talk about your idea with a lot of people. Don't let that advice make you nervous. Like if it's something that everybody's going to say, oh, maybe you should do that, or maybe you should do that. And a lot of times these people actually have good ideas, but you won't have the time, the energy, or other resources that are necessary to make it happen, or it's simply not a priority for you. Don't let it make you nervous. Stick to the idea that you have, and if you're passionate about it, and if you really try to go get it, stick to your plan. You're going to make mistakes. Things are going to go wrong. You're going to feel bad from time to time, but it's really great. You should try it. So that's the second piece of advice. And that's ironic because I told you not to take anybody's advice, but I'm still going to offer you some. It's up to you what you do with it. And the third piece of advice, I think that's the most important one. I think many of you are thinking about your idea right now, and you're thinking, okay, but if it's such a good idea, why hasn't it been done already? Or can I do it? Or there must be a reason why this doesn't exist yet. let me tell you a secret. These so-called adults in this world, they don't know what they're doing either. So if you got a good idea, and you think that there is not some kind of force of nature that's standing in your way, go for it. The reason that nobody did it before was that nobody came up with it yet. Or everybody thought, oh, well, there must have been somebody else that had done this if it were possible. So I think it's an important lesson in general to remember. The adults in this world, they don't know what they're doing either. And that's scary because it makes the world a bit unpredictable, which it is. But it's also very exciting because if they don't know what they're doing, if you know what you're doing, like half, you got sort of an idea what you're doing, then hey, you're better than a lot of these other people you may look up to now. And yeah, you need to be lucky. Yeah, most startups will fail, but most startups will fail not because some force of nature stopped them. Most startups will fail because of something very human, because somebody stopped believing that it could be done, or because you didn't get the money you needed in order to continue. And that's okay. But don't think, I'm not going to try, because if it's such a good idea, why hasn't it been done already? So I think that's most of what I had to say. And well, what I did, I did quite a lot of things actually. I did 3 degrees, and I finished one. I did something in politics. I did something here. I did something there. And then at some point, I decided, okay, if I really want to make this happen, if I really want to make an impact now, I'm going to have to focus on what matters to me, which was my company. So I quit my studies, I quit the political thing I was doing, I cut everything loose, and I went for it. And right now, well, we're going quite fast, and it's an amazing experience to be able to go for something with your entire heart. And I think that might be the most important piece of advice. There's no force of nature stopping you, so prepare as well as you can. And when you feel like you're ready, close your eyes and take a leap of faith. Thank you.
Absolutely. But still, you can have a few questions if you like. Yes?
Yeah, that might be a little bit bold, but I just want to ask. Shoot. So, what I always wonder is when you say that you cut loose like everything else, apart from that, like I can imagine that sometimes starting your own business and dropping out of college could ruin relationships as well. Was there anything in your way where you said that was frightening for you, or did that actually happen? If that's personal, you don't have to answer.
It happened quite naturally, actually. I mean, yeah, it happened quite naturally. I just recognized that the startup was what I got my energy from, and college wasn't so much anymore. So I figured, oh, what the hell, just go for it.
To be clear, you already had one diploma.
Yeah, I had 1 degree. Yeah, so yeah.
As a professional, I find it very
But it felt, I must say, that pesky feeling in my stomach that you get after, pausing your bachelor's when you got 120 ECTS, I feel that sometimes, yeah. But I haven't regretted it for one moment.
Good question.
One.
I'm quite curious about the application because it seems like an amazing idea, but do you also generate like a continuous cash flow?
We we've been online for a month. I really can't say anything about that yet. We have a few bookings per day,
Yeah.
but right now we're only in Groningen. What we're doing with this is showing that the concept works, that it's physically possible, and to make it tangible in a way. Well, the Android app is coming in a week or 2 weeks,
Okay.
and we're really not making a lot of money. I tell you that right now. But that's something that that is inherent to having a scalable business model.
Yeah.
Because if you have something scalable, you're not going to make a lot of money in the first few weeks, months, maybe even years. But when you find that product market fit, or that eureka moment, or whatever you want to call it, then you can go really fast. And don't think there's not any money for your idea, because there's more money than good business cases. So please don't be discouraged by that.
That was a question first. Go here.
How much time was it between you getting the idea and actually developing it into what you have now?
Between starting the development,
Yeah, you said like I was in
I got the
Barcelona
idea in
and
August 2015. So then, I started to draw mock-ups, and it just wouldn't let go. I just couldn't let go, and I joined Venture Lab, and then we are actually, because I'm not an IT guy, I knew nothing about IT, but we had like an IT kind of product, so that was kind of the problem. But in the end, it took me, I think, 11 months to get the first developer on board. And you want to know a nice story? I was at a big internet company, and they told me, okay, yeah, we can make the first version of your application. It'll cost you 150,000 sorry. So 150,000 euros. And then I actually, at some point, I was really close to trying to raise that kind of money in order to make it. Something got in the way, and we didn't. And then in the end, I figured, well, what the hell? And I just wrote to the chairman of the IT Study Association of the Hanse, and I told him, hey, I need developers to do things for me. Can you maybe put me in touch with them? And that's how we got my first developer, and we hired another and another and another. And in the end, we developed what you see behind me for 5,000 euros. So, there are possibilities if you are willing to simply look for them and, well, take a leap of faith every now and then. I had no clue if this guy was capable of doing it, but I thought, well, what have I got to lose? Some of my studies, well, a bit higher as student debt, but who cares?
thank you.
May I ask, where did you find your first initial funding, or have you been funded by now?
Yes, we have been funded. I borrowed some money from my parents. My parents put some money in, and we found two experienced entrepreneurs that were willing to help us with funding and with their network and experience and advice. So that was really great. Well, support.
We do have that on camera after.
Okay, well, at this moment I think it's going to go to the next experience, and then later we can have a little round of questions to both of you.
All right.
Harro, thank you very much for so far.
Thank you.